Yo, my main man, thank you very much for your check-in, and don't worry about it being a little bit of a late one. It's absolutely fine. I am here majority of the day on a Sunday, so like send it across whenever you can. I might start splitting my check-ins for Saturday and Sunday, so I will keep you updated if I need to change things around. Potentially, it might be getting a bit too much just to do them all on Sundays, so may have to move someone to Saturday. But I'll send a questionnaire out to the clients and ask them whether or not you're happy to do a Saturday or Sunday, and then I'll just move people to certain dates if that makes sense. Thank you very much for your check-in. Anyway, the YouTube videos are actually really awesome. They're so nice to kind of just sit here, listen, make notes, and as you can see on the screen, everything's just it's all over the place. But I kind of read it and just discuss what I sort of want to anyway. So yeah, thank you very much for that. It's really helpful, and I can just sort of literally stare at the screen, stare at my notes again. So yeah, thank you very much for that. And it was good that it's a bit more of a chat. It's more one to one. It's more like it's more fluent. It's just better, I think, rather than going, my weight is this is this. I think a lot of people just go by that, but it's definitely more of a guide. So, yeah, that's cool. Thank you very much for your check-in. That was a good one. Gave me a lot of feedback and a good place to sort of move forward. So, yeah, your average weight is more this week. 168 compared to 167.4. But since we made that change in macros, your weight has been coming down quite significantly. So we changed it, I believe, on Wednesday. So yeah, 167.2, 168 back up, 167.9, 167.4. So I'm happy with the amount of calories that you're on. Is definitely putting you in a deficit. Your scales have been your scale weight has been all over the place. But we've discussed this so many times, and my scales look like that. My scales fluctuate between probably a pound, so I'm now 1.4, fucking hell, no I'm not. I'm 157, between 157 and 158, and mine will fluctuate between those every day, so it depends on how much, like salt intake, water, what time I ate, what time I woke up, whether I had a shit, whether I drank a lot of water, whether I'd been up in the night, whether I'd spending more calories, whether all sorts of different things will dictate whether what your weigh-in is the next day. So really, really try and focus on, literally all I want you to do is step on those scales, write the number down, and just get on with your day. Don't give a shit about it. I know it's hard not to, and especially when you're in a cut or something like myself, a contest prep, it's very hard not to be like, fuck's sake, why are the scales not going down? Like, everything's wrong. But really, literally, what we've got to do is, for me as a coach, just step on, step off, write it down, do not worry, and let me worry about it on your check-in. I didn't realise. I thought you were expending a bit more calories. I didn't realise you did have a desk job, or you now moved to a desk job. So that does mean you are expending less calories during the day. Even like moving around, stepping will make a massive difference. So potentially we may have to bring your calories down to pretty poverty. If you sit at a desk 8 hours a day, you're burning nothing, and that can get quite difficult when you want to burn when you want to be in a cut or in a deficit. So we may have to go to poverty macros, or we may have to go to some pretty poverty cardio there. So yeah, just to make you aware of that. What I would say is now because 225 carbs is not a lot, dude. It's really not a lot. What I would say is how to manipulate your food and try and sort of oh, come on, prep brain. Try and manipulate your food in a way as you structure a majority of your carbs around your workout. So this is how I structure my thing. So I'm on pretty low carbs as well now because I'm 4 weeks out. I need to get this fat off. The remaining of this fat off, I need to really dial it in, and I'm on lower than 225. So just bear that in mind. So normally in the morning, I'll have a protein-based food. I don't run intermittent fasting either. Load of bollocks. This is where you start to lose tissue, etc. It's good for someone who's just on a general diet, who doesn't care about retaining tissue. It just means you eat within a smaller time frame. But for bodybuilders or people who want to maintain their tissue, fuck that. So in the morning, because with the likes of you and me, you and I, we need to be eating every so often. We need to be eating protein every so often, every 3 to 4 hours. So fasting is shit, not a good idea. Right, so in the morning I have like a protein-based meal, which is just yogurt, very low carb. I have frozen fruit, so it's what we call a pro-fat meal, so it's protein and fats. Second meal, protein and no carbs again. Third meal is my pre-workout, which is majority of my carbs. So pretty much it's about 70 grams of carbs in that pre-workout meal. And protein as well, no fats. I then go and train 45 minutes to an hour later. I do run intra-workout carbs, which is powdered carbs in a drink with EAAs and creatine, so I get a bit of energy for my training sessions. And then post-workout, I run a protein shake, which is just a protein shake, which is straight protein, straight to the muscles. And then I drive home. And then I have a post-workout meal, which is carbs, protein, low fat, and then before bed, no carbs, pro-fat meal. So that's how I run things, and I want you to kind of try and do a similar thing, whereby you manipulate majority of your carbs around your training, and trust me, your training sessions will be so much better, and you'll be more switched on. You won't go to the gym hungry. Just a little tip there. I mean, 225 isn't that bad. It's still just over 2,000 calories. But if we do go lower, then please be made aware of what I just sort of said. Spot reduction. I just noted this down because obviously it was just to have a conversation about. There's no such thing as spot reduction, as you know. I think there are some new studies out there which I'm going to definitely read into. 2018 studies. By the likes of Jeff Nippard. I want to go and research more of that because there's some research going on about if you target a certain area, say like your glutes. I've got a lot of fat on them. You want to. It's weird. It's like you do a glute movement and then that breaks down something, but then you jump straight onto cardio. It's really odd, and that potentially can help you burn fat in the area. I've got to do a bit more research on that, but once I've done that, I'll let you know and obviously pass on my knowledge. But for now on, we don't know. We know that spot reduction isn't true. You mentioned that you're in the best shape of your life, which is fucking awesome, which is so cool to hear, and you're happier with how you look now than you sort of ever have been, especially when you were mentioning about previously when you were first training. You were that skinny, fat sort of look, and right now, it's the best you've ever looked and the happiest you've ever been, which is fucking awesome, which just makes my day. If I'm honestly like that's if there's one thing that I can do to people is make them comfortable in their own skin, which is fucking awesome. Next thing is just to mention that muscle tissue is heavier than fat as well. Didn't know if you knew that, but it is. So if you weigh heavier, potentially that's from the muscle tissue you've built, and that weighs heavier than fat. So just a little knowledge bomb right there for you. Couple more things. Sorry, they're a bit sporadic and all over the place, but want to ask you if you're still enjoying your training. If you want to change anything, if you want to make you a new split, make you change out exercises, do let me know, and I can do that for you. I know you've been running the same split for a while, but if you're still enjoying it, then please let me know. A tip for the shoulder press, right? So, just side note is when you come on, Kane, speak. When you do a shoulder press, what I do is I pick the dumbbells up like you normally would if you do, like I say, a flat bench press, put them on my knees, and I fling them up with my knees. So I literally lean forward with them on my knees, and my knee is coming up really far. So I fling it. So one's up, and then I fling the other one, and that's how I get heavy dumbbells up. And then I'm ready to press. Scratch your back, head up, eyes up, press. That's how you should be doing it. So remember, one at a time. So fling that. You might practice it with some light dumbbells, but fling that one up, fling the other one up, and just press away. Bulk powders is life as well. Bulk powders is fucking insane. I love bulk powders. The best thing ever. I don't think I've ever. I did used to use my protein, but the quality of bulk powders is so much better. And I also use the 0-cal syrups as well. I use the caramel one, I believe, on my oats. Oh my god, yeah, it's good. Another one is Walden Farms for a 0-cal syrup. That's thick. That's some thick stuff. Also very good. But I use bulk powders. Cheap, quality's there. Some crazy discounts, and we will definitely be running for those sponsorships. pretty soon. One thing just to sort of before I listen to your video, I just look through your sheets first. Try and spread your workouts throughout the week if possible. I know you try and well, this week especially, I'm not sure if you do it on a regular basis, but this week a majority of your training was through the latter of the week. Try and maybe situate push on a Monday, low on a Wednesday, pull on a Friday, and upper on a Sunday, something like that, just so they're spread out during the week, and your rest days are not, 2 in a row. Ideally, I don't want you to be running 2 rest days in a row. Ideally, I only want 1, and then you train the next day. So keep that in mind as well. That helps with cardio as well. So you're obviously doing cardio after each training session, so that instead of having 2 rest days where your weight would be bumped back up, your cardio will keep it down and nice. So just remember that next time next week, try do a push tomorrow, and then maybe low on Wednesday, pull on Friday, and then upper on Sunday if you can, and then your cardio will be split between them. We definitely need to get some cars, coffee, and training in, potentially after my show. As you can tell, I'm a bit lethargic, and the worst thing would be if we met up and I was a boring motherfucker, and all I spoke about was prep. And I hate that I mumble now. I'm so lethargic, and it does irritate me a lot. And especially irritates me when I'm trying to get my point across to the clients and stuff. Really irritates me. So the last thing I want to do is, as long as you're okay with it, but like the last thing I'd want to do is ruin the day by me being lethargic, tired, and walking like a fucking zombie. But we'll definitely do that. I'm only 4 weeks out today, which is fucking crazy. I'm sure that'll fly by. I've bought everything, posing trunks, tan, got my haircut booked for the day before, the hotel booked, B&B booked. It's going to be a good one. I'm hoping to place. If not, then we'll put on some tissue. But I've just had a look through your training as well. A progression on OHP, pull-ups, and calf raises, which is fucking awesome. Which is the main areas which I want you to progress on. Yeah. So just 2 last things. Sorry to ramble on. And hopefully this video has been helpful and give you some value. Cardio is now up to 200 calories per session. So after every training session, I want you to be going on to whatever cardio you want and burning 200 calories. Should not take longer than 15 to 20 minutes. It should be pretty quick. 200 calories is not much. Just to give you an idea what I'm doing, I'm running a 45-minute LISS every morning. So that's low intensity steady state, which is just a walk, but I'm doing 45 minutes of that every morning for 7 days a week. So compared to sort of what I'm running, and obviously I'm on lower calories, it's nothing. So yeah, 200 calories after every session, and so that's increased your expenditure, and see how next week goes. Hopefully it goes really well. Same food, just cardio's changed. And just a quick side note as well, just remember you've cancelled your payment, and your payment will be it's this week. Can't remember what date it was, but it's just a £20 fee, and then the start of August is your full fund as well, just to make you aware there. I know you did send me the mandate and showed me that you've done that, so thank you for that. Just a quick reminder. So yeah, signing off. Also, any questions or queries, let me know. Chat in the week. Let me know how you're getting on. I love hearing you just pop up and just tell me some stuff. So keep doing that, and I hope you're enjoying your day as well. So chat soon, Ed. Cheers for your check-in, and throw forward.